For Biafra must be restored, for there is nothing the enemies can do about it. We have come that the will of the Most High may prevail. Radio Biafra is unorthodox. The way we do things are markedly different from how others do it. We are under divine instruction. We have come that GateKeepers may take control of these very proceedings this evening, for we are nothing without him. O Elohim, unto thee we repose all that we are. Do not allow your children, IPOB, to be put to shame. Do not allow us to be devoured by the hands of the wicked. Do not allow us, O mighty one, to fall prey to those who do not know thee. You will deliver us, not because we are righteous, but because of your mercy. Hear our cry and our supplication. We are not armed. We have not killed anyone. We have not jailed anyone. We have not done anything at all to warrant the level of destruction and carnage being visited upon your children. The same way Israel suffered, so is Biafra suffering today. And if you, Elohim, can deliver Israel, so will you deliver Biafra. That is our hope. That is our anchor of everything that we hold dear as a race and as a people. You brought Biafra that light may come into Africa. You gave us hope because we are in a continent of hopelessness. And by thy grace, Biafra shall be restored. We shall be resurrected. We shall crown our efforts with the glory by the grace of the Most High himself. We are not strong. We do not pretend to be strong. All we do is to submit ourselves to your will, that your will may be done upon our lives. We have lost many people. We have lost so many good people. Their sacrifice will never be forgotten. We shall honor them, and for their sake, Biafra will come. Israel lost people, and today Israel is here as a beacon of hope in a land filled with darkness. We beseech thee, Elohim, because we are wandering all over the world, hoping against every hope that things will turn around for the better. It has never turned around for the better. Instead, it is getting worse. Please do not abandon your children. You have given us a commission, and we must accomplish it in our lifetime. We have come to honor your holy name. We have come to praise thee. We have come to honor thee, that your name may be glorified, adored, and praised forever and ever. He said, I welcome each and every one of you, wherever you are all over the world. And I
on radio, on the web, the Biafra Radio. Download the Biafra Radio today on Google Play Store and join the broadcasts. The Biafra Radio, we preach the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. Live on air, on radio, on the web, the Biafra Radio. Download the Biafra Radio today on Radio on the web, the Biafra Radio. Download the Biafra Radio today on Google Play Store and join the broadcast. The Biafra Radio, we preach the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
Good evening. I'm not sure. Good evening. Good evening. I don't think my mic is doing what it should do this evening. Can anybody hear me? It is bad. I got fucked off with my mic. This can't happen. Just give me a second. Okay, yeah, I think I can. My voice should be coming out. Hello, fellow comrade and lovers of freedom, if you can hear me. If you can hear me, I don't know if my voice is. Yeah, I think I can. My voice should be coming out. Okay, thank you very much. Freddie has told me. So thank you. I've got a technical issue here, so I have to change the mic. Okay, can my voice come out now? Can you hear me now? Hello? Okay. Can my voice come out now? I'm really sorry this evening. This is unusual, but it's a technical issue. Everything was set up on this program. The amp just turned off by itself. You wouldn't communicate with the system. That's why we're having this hiccup. But I know that my voice is coming out now. So I will introduce myself. Like I said, Mazi Umeh from UK, Principal Servant of Indigenous People of Biafra. Tonight is going to be a short one. And as we promised, our oath is very paramount to all of us IPOB under oath members to be wary of the oath we have taken with our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and that is the only thing that is still holding him in the SS dungeon. And as I always promised, and that to remind every single one of us why we are here. Tonight, there's a lot that going on, but I'm not gonna go into a lot of details. There's a specific thing that I want to talk about tonight, and it has to border the issues of concerning the news that came out yesterday, making a round about Onyendu's going to court within a case and whatnot. So basically, I've gotten a lot of calls, personal calls as well, but there's a lot of misinformation that's out there that we need to be mindful of. And this has been the issue we have had over time, with those that we are meant to be doing what they're supposed to do and they're not doing it. So, and it's our job to educate Biafrans and put them in the right direction. So I know some of you have heard, yesterday, the two SAC lawyers that went to Federal High Court as usual. These are jamborees, because they have to keep themselves as if they're relevant. But the truth of the matter is, these individuals are not working for Onyendu. They don't represent IPOB as well. Now, the reason why I have to clarify this, because it's very, very important to everybody to know, is this. Ejiofor and Zekome, these two men, has been sacked from IPOB, and what they are doing, they're playing on the gallery with the zoo, right? Like I said, that is the specific thing I come here to do, and I will stay true to show you the reason why, because Onyendu has been granted access to his personal doctors. Every one of us remember when this was an issue. They said they wanted to kill Onyendu. This is the news they brought because they block Onyendu's not seeing his personal doctor. So, and now these people has been sacked from IPOB. Onyendu doesn't see them. Zekome and Ejiofor is peddling a lie. Ejiofor has been peddling for over 2 years now. Ejiofor was the man that, concocted so many lies, created the so-called guidance principle and gave to Madam Oyibo. All these things will have evidence to it. Now, he continues with his criminality act. The same thing, they held him in court. He defrauded somebody in Abuja. That case is in the court, about 6.8 million naira. He's a property lawyer. Now, the man came to IPOB under to destroy IPOB within. He's working with the metaphor that Ohanes Ndibo introduced in 2017. Now, he has gone into IPOB. What he has been doing is creating, misinformation within everybody in IPOB. He did it the same time when he passed message to Simon Ekpa saying, Onyendu say, take over Radio Biafra. He went back to the dogs, tell them that Onyendu say, give him a slot. All these things is confusion within IPOB. So as long as Mazi Umeh is here in the SS dungeon, Ejiofor is blossom. I said this over time, long time ago. He will have his time to have a few days. We get money from the zoo, gallivanting all around saying I'm Mazi Umeh's lawyer. But all said and done, they are not doing anything for Onyendu. Onyendu was granted access to his personal law, 2 doctors, which they came to DSS, Ejiofor and Ezekome blocked those individuals. Now they're going back to Bintayako, seeking for DSS. Have already given you access to go and see Onyendu to see his personal physician. They confirmed that the doctor went there. They said they was going to operate him. Later they made a 360 degree. Ejiofor himself said they went there to consult Onyendu and assess Onyendu. Exactly what the news was, because Ejimako was the person that put this application and he was granted. It was granted. So now, what they do now, because of what is going on in Biafra land, they're looking for a way, the whole sit at home they're calling in Biafra land. These are individuals calling sit at home, which they don't have control over anymore. And we are not in support of any violence in Biafra land. And the zoo will not take that opportunity to say they're bringing their military in Biafra land. Is not going to solve anything. The only issue that we have now is the Mazi Umeh, that big elephant in the room must be released unconditionally. Onyendu did not commit any crime. Rendition of his own is a crime, and everybody knows that rendition is a state crime. So now what I want to do tonight is to show you the double standard of Ifeanyi Ejiofor. First of all, I'm going to upload the disclaimer, the response of Ejimakors against Chike Doziem when he put up some shady, what is it called? Because every time the man has got no job, he's get paid from IPOB. I think he's still getting the money because that's what all of them are fighting for. They are not fighting for anybody's, I don't know, the money they're getting from all the money contributed. We don't know what they do with the money. So I want to show you when Ejimako responded to Chikedozie prior to this issue of Onyendu being having access to his personal physician. Because yesterday all we had is that Onyendu has won again in Federal High Court. Which won? So when we talk about case one in the Federal High Court, I'm going to upload a list of them for you tonight because Ejimako we have won more than 4 or 5 cases in the zoo, which is quite irrelevant and is invalid. The only case we know we have established here is establishing that Onyendu was rendition from Kenya. He was kidnapped in Kenya. And the UK here, we established it here with suing the Secretary of State of Foreign Affairs here in UK, holding him accountable on what has transpired, regardless how you want to run around at the end of the day. That is one thing every IPOB member must be keen into. And then all this required fund, we have to be very, very mindful where we are putting our money. You wouldn't say, oh, I'm tired or you're confused. Not this time around. All you can see what has happened. Now we are going to Supreme Court. That Supreme Court requires fund to go to that Supreme Court. People are, Chikedozie and his cohort, they shut our account down in Germany. They have now doing fraudulent activities in all our accounts, including the one in Italy. Now, in UK here, all the money contributed, nobody can give account of what that money was used for. I can categorically tell you, over $60,000 £60,000 pounds in UK here, nobody can give account of what they do with that money. Nobody can give account. We did the medical court, £10,000. The first year send we did here in UK were about 38,000. The second one they did the so-called legal fundraising, about 12,000. The last one they did that I was involved against 20-something thousand. So calculate all this money. They will not give account of where all this money went to. So people must pay attention. This is not about, we are telling you, our job is to explain to you guys what is happening. Because you can't hear Chikedozie voice. The only voice you hear in Radio Biafra that causing mayhem in Biafra land is somebody that is faceless. We don't know who this guy is. Only time you hear names. But those that, like for once, I defended that name because I remember that the guy was Middle East rep. That's what I know him for. Nothing else. When someone called him criminal, when all these things were not up to people's domain, we were defending them. But at this point in time, those days have gone. They disobeyed our leader openly, and the evidences are bound. Everybody know what they have done. And we cannot sit down here and be playing dumb as if we don't know what is happening. So tonight, what I want to do, I'm going to show you this document to show you what Ejiofor has been doing. What they're doing, that they're promising the zoo, oh, we're going to stop them, they sit at home. Nobody have control over what is happening in Biafra land as it stands. All my concern is that Onyendu must be released unconditionally. And if you don't have any agenda how to that to happen, you don't need to utter word when people are not under IPOB banner is doing whatever they're doing. 2015-16, whichever will tell you whatever you want to do, step out of IPOB, go and do it. That is our mantra. If you want to burn yourself alive, it's entirely up to you. Step out of IPOB, go and do it. But it's not IPOB. IPOB is not going after people that are doing whatever they are doing. Because our leader cannot be held. And we play in ignorance. It's not possible. So now, I want to show you issue of what they, because it can't, I will play the man's voice here and you see how duplicitous these individuals are. They don't have anything to offer. They're just playing in the gallery. But let me show you Ejimako's write-up. Concerning Onyendu's having his own physician, personal physician he requested for. And what they do about it. Now, this was written on the 17th of June 2023 from Aloy Ejimako. He addresses to all. The subject was regarding the published press release by one Chikedozie that has banned me and the independent medical doctor from visiting Mazi Umeh at DSS dungeon. Now, if Chikedozie is bounding our imagine, the funny thing about this whole thing is that these people keep on shutting themselves. I have somebody, I'm going to play the guy's voice here, saying they pass the message to Ejimako. Now, you writing jargon from your own bedroom, abounding somebody that is actually facing the bullet. You have never left Switzerland to go and meet Onyendu in DSS dungeon. And who gave you that power that you don't have? So, but I don't want to read this because I know some of you had this publication, but I want to read the important part of this because that's what's concerning this shenanigan they did yesterday. Now, this is on the highlights. You can see. He said, I will start from when he said, this is the third on what is itemized on this particular press release, right? Now, he said, the same publication suggested that Chike Doziem unwittingly admitted that he and his Inc. were part of the grand conspiracy that had blocked the two doctors chosen by Mazi Umeh to visit him on 6th of June 2023, just because I was the lawyer that had a part of my brief and instruction prepared the letter of introduction to the DSS demanded for the visitation at last and the crucial minute, right? The only issue was because he was a Jimako. And he asked me, on whose interest are these men working? Ejimako put it out there. For those people that were trying to ask me a question, oh, George, the Onyendu win case. Onyendu did not win any case. There's no case we won. Every damn thing Ejiofor is refining in Abuja is to keep themselves in playing in the gallery. Ejimako was the man that established that Onyendu went back to Umuahia and sued them in Umuahia where they violated Onyendu fundamental right. And we won that case. Won even in federal high court, which I'm going to upload here for you, how many cases that we have won. So the reason why I want to clarify, because people are calling me, George, we won case. Even I went to supermarket, that one of our brother that worked there, the guy was asking me, and I tell him straightforward, I said, Onyendu did not won any case. There's nothing like that whatsoever. Onyendu haven't won any case, and there's no case to Onyendu have to answer to. But what you see is that Ejiofor and Ezekome now, what they do, they are contractors. So with Mazi Umeh Kanu, yeah, they think they can get whatever they want from the zoo. I will go back and say, this is shocking and ominous to say that, to show the list. But leaving that aside for a moment, let me sound this note of warning. When you block independent medical doctor for visiting Mazi Umeh Kanu, even when you knew that it was he choosing these doctors and invited them, you must know that you are deliberately endangering his life. Think about it. More so, it is pertinent to drum it home that it is inherently evil for everyone to use the life and death matter of Mazi Umeh Kanu's health to settle phantom scores which his family or any of his lawyers. Very, very important. So I read this here to just drive to show you, because whenever we say things, we have evidence to back it up. And now you will go back and listen to the so-called Psalm, and you will hear what he's saying, and you judge for yourself. Because at the end of the day, all this misinformation is what has put IPOB in the path where we are. All the false information, blackmailing is a crime of its own. Ejiofor has fed IPOB false information from the 28th Onyendu appears June 2021 in Abuja when they rendition our leader. The same thing is still practicing till tomorrow morning. He has not changed. And now he has a partner in crime. When you look at the man body language, it tells you all you need to know. I want to put up their video and I want you to judge by yourself, because it's very, very important. I just want to look at that before I continue.
You by that judgment. Okay. So they said that the wife collapsed and they rushed to Lagos.
International.
Illegally, unconstitutionally, torturously, brutally, renditioned from Kenya back to Nigeria on the 27th of June 2021. Today, The court agreed with us that the reliefs we ask for must be granted, and the judge granted. What were these reliefs? That Nnamdi Kanu be allowed access to medical doctors of his own choice, as earlier also ruled by this honorable in the sit down at home on Mondays. He has told me as his lead counsel, as his lawyer, that he does not believe in it, that he cannot be fighting for his people and be shutting down their economy. How do they feel? How would they train their children? Many a time he cried to me in my presence that he wants to be released so that he can hold a world press conference and address the Indigbo and the Alaibo and the entire world to say, don't stay at home on Mondays, go about your normal duties, work. Because the Bible tells us it is upon the fruits of your hand. I will bless you the labor of your hand. So I'm now re-echoing it again and again what Nnamdi Kanu has told me. He does not believe in that seat at home on Mondays, which cripples the social, economic, cultural, political life of the people, putting them under psychical, psychological, mental structure and torture.
Biafra Alpha Power Media International.
Nigerians should hold Magaji Yusuf Bichi, the director, DSSS.
Now, I want to address the issue that the so-called Ezekome. Ezekome came there to tell you that Onyendu have retreated, that he does not believe in sit at home, Monday sit at home. Onyendu said that clearly, which I'm going to play the video where Onyendu said that clearly. We know that. That is not your job. It is not your job. This is exactly why they went to Federal High Court. That's yesterday. That's nothing else. But you're reassuring people cannot change anything on how people think. Because you guys have been sacked from IPOB. You don't represent IPOB. What you guys do is what you guys are playing double standard. You can see the Fulani man, that the guy that went to collect the verdict of stay for Onyendu. When they collected money, Onyendu, the case was held in Federal High Court. They sent a Fulani man. That same man is among them. So how do you think we have some people that have Fulani people among them? Fulani man can never hold a legend to anybody. They don't. They will never. That is why things are not working in that contraption called Nigeria. So Ezekome's body language will tell you all you need to know what he's saying, because he wasn't speaking on behalf of Onyendu. This is a state-managed stuff. If you ask him, did he go to see Onyendu before? Ezekome came out and tell us the last time he went to see Mazi Umeh face-to-face in the SS dungeon. He cannot recall the last time he went to see Onyendu. Even the last court they went, they didn't go there. It was Ejimako. Ejiofor was sending message to Onyendu. They all were there, granting interview. They never went to go see our leader. They don't go see Onyendu. And Onyendu don't want to see them either. That's the fact of life, because they don't work for our leader. So, but he has had the only message they want to pass through, that Onyendu did not believe in sit at home. We know. Onyendu does not believe in sit at home. Onyendu is in captivity. And he cannot control the anger of the masses. Our people are civil. That is why Biafra land is still the way, and the zoo and the world in entirety. So all this game you guys are playing is not going to wash. Onyendu does not believe in sit at home or in any shape of violence. But that does not mean it controls how people think. Because you guys don't have any plan to get our leader out. You guys blocked Onyendu's doctor. And he run around like a madman who is, I don't know who is paying you. No one is paying you guys. If it's these dogs because of the money they're stealing, all of you are in the same boat. Because the money you guys are spending are some of, some gullible IPOB member and the money getting from the zoo. If not that, where are you getting the money from? So I want to stop it there. I just want to clarify that they were not there for Onyendu. And this Maswell opera must be protected because the guy is in his own, standing on his ground on what he believed. I'm going to allow him to speak for a little bit, because he has passed the message. But you can see when people are sounding it. How many of them, including the Jehovah, have spoke like this before you heard them? In sincerity. He's a lawyer. He's not an IPOB member. But when you're working for a client, you have to stand for your client. That's why you're working for him. He swore an oath. So if there is no rule of law, what do you expect people are going to do? People are definitely going to take laws into their hands. And that's exactly what you're seeing. So let's listen to our brother and see our barrister, Maswell Opera, and hear what he has to say for a couple of seconds, and I will get him out.
Responsible. I repeat it again. Anything that happens to me today, I, Maxwell Opera, is saying that the director, SSS, Yusuf Magaji Bichi, should be held responsible. He is the principal suspect. What do I mean? I have written to the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Senator Bola Ahmed Tinubu, that as a matter of urgency, he should remove the director of DSSS. He lacks the legal capacity, the moral capacity, and the physical capacity to hold such a important position. We came here day before yesterday, that was on the 17th.
Yeah, Barrister Maswell has made it, and it's a clarion call. Everybody must know this, and he must be protected. And there's one of his videos I want to play, so to show you, who is standing on the same path with our leader. Just watch this video for 30 seconds, then I can go forward.
Media International.
So case and Justice Taiwo. So Justice Taiwo, when you buy that judgment. Okay. So he said that the wife collapsed and they rushed to Lagos. So I don't expect to have any judgment in Federal High Court. They did in Court of Appeal and the Supreme Court. So that's. And I want to go to appeal. Now we are already on appeal. Thank you, sir.
He's still the young man. You can see the so-called lead counsel where he's running behind Onyendu and Maswell because his conscience is not clear. And that's what happened. When a man's heart and dealings are not pure, he always running behind. Maswell was bold enough and just pushed him aside and continue talking to our leader. That's why I tell people, Mazi Umeh is the only man that will decide who is his legal team. You don't force your way in because of what you are getting or to claim that you're in charge. It is not going to work. And this is not the first time. So I want to play the voice of our leader, categorically concerning sit at home. And a couple of videos I want to play because I'm not going to be here for a long time.
No, not at all. What should I do? It's what we expect to have. But I want our people to be very calm. I want Biafra land to be calm and peaceful. Calm and very, very peaceful. We are fighting to defend our people, not to kill them. Yes. We are fighting to defend them. That's why I'm here. Yes. I will continue to do so until we get victory.
Biafra Alpha Power Media International.
Yes, sir.
So where are the camp? Tell us, where do you guys camp?
Our camp is there for back of that police station of Afata, but how long now? Since 6 or 7 months, we don't have any camp now.
Why? Why not get camp?
Because of Iran. Police, they find me.
Okay, that is the way they kill that time. Your group, your men follow now. How will I kill now?
Yes, now my men will go Holland. The person will shoot the is a free man. Free man with the sky and the number 1.
Who they sponsor you?
Now China Samuru.
From where? Where is it from?
In that blood.
Where are you from? Where are you from?
Do you know why I'm playing this video? Nobody know who this guy is. He's a faceless individual. Like I said, some people might be out of ignorance, say they are defending IPOB principal servant. He's not. The killings in Biafra land, how he managed. He had only say he want Biafra land to be peaceful. That is the word of our leader. But having said that, Onyendi is still held against every odd legally. So how do we get our leader out? So that is why you can't control people's anger. That is out of reach for IPOBs. As it stands today, it can't decide what people do. You cannot decide it for people. Take it to bank. Now, before they start killing people in our Biafra land, this killing went rampant. This is one of the guys, this is one of Chinasa's Nworu's faceless monk, hitman, they call the guy, Ejima, when he was captured. He made it open who those who are sponsoring him. Those who are sponsoring him, they started this killing. They started this. They started it. Chinasa Nworu have killed a lot of people. Nobody know who this guy is. But what he's looking for, I haven't got a clue. And they are the people that want Mazi Umeh dead today, tomorrow. From every intent and purpose, what they have done can prove it. 110%. That's the reason why I allow this particular video to play. Because for a reason, we don't just say things without proving it.
The Chinasa. I just know as a DOS commander.
US commander for what now?
From ESM.
So how long has this been sponsoring you guys?
Getting to 2 years now.
Him and who?
Him with OK Foreign.
To carry out activities in Imo State.
Sir?
To carry out activities in Imo State.
Yes.
He sponsors the people to carry out.
Yes, sir.
So
yes,
which
sir.
other people where they follow Chinas and they sponsor?
Only OK Foreign with the Chinas where they sponsor us for blood. The other man for village here now, Vitalis, how an issue.
From where now? So what? Which reason is it giving you? Which reason is it giving you guys to go and attack all this place?
Chinas and Nworu, the reason when they tell us, they say this is Babago people.
Biafra Alpha Power Media International.
To make it known to the world that this criminal is not of IPOB. They refused because of bribery and corruption. Aloy Jimako, I believe you know what I'm talking about. This time around,
you know, in life, people will be flip-flopping. This animal here, calling Aloy Jimako, they have their legal luminaries. They say the Ejiofor is the lead counsel. So why do you need the Ejimako to send message to Simon Ekpa? Have you obeyed Onyendu's orders, Onyendu giving to you guys? Onyendu say DOS is forbidden responding to Simon Ekpa no matter what. Is a standing order. DOS means Directorate of State. Every single IPOB member falls under DOS if he's still an IPOB member. Which of course today you claiming you're not an IPOB member. Because you cannot be an IPOB member and behave the way you behave. You calling people to be lynched. You're not an IPOB member. You people are the people that orchestrated the killing in Biafra. That showed the Ejima is one of them. Like in the chair you guys wanted, in the chair was on manhunt. Which of course that one is there. Everybody know. So we have enough of Akwalawa Mende and his men was murdered in our back. None of you come out and talked about it. Today you're talking about what is happening in Osu. As if you're there. You're in South Africa. Buy ticket and go down to Biafra land and go and find out what is happening there. Because all you see is hearsay. There's nothing you know that's happening there. But it's very, very imperative that our people know where our problems coming from. Is calling Aloy Ejimako. What is a guy Aloy Ejimako to do to send message to Simon Ekpa? I don't understand it. I don't. But listen to him. They are the ones now working with the zoo openly. It is not hidden anymore. The killings, they started it. And like I said, it's going to metamorphose. This killings is in South Africa. This is going to come out of zoo, then now come abroad now. The hunt will be for everybody. It's just a matter of time. It can be a comfort zone talking nonsense when people are dying. But a time will come, even all of us that is abroad, it will touch all of us. It's just a matter of time.
Not running from child support. You know, you can run from child support from America and boom, but you can't run from Nkai, be aware of it, because now I wish Nigerian security is fast enough. They are not fast enough. If not, when we come online to show criminals like this, look at it. When we come online to show you people like this, you put them on television and begin to ask who know them. Before 24 hours, they will be arrested. But you see, we are doing exposition, and some of them anyway, they are actually working with some of these people. They are working with some of these people. Tell me what is in us that Nigerian government cannot.
Biafrans, I'm not gonna waste my time on this clown. As I said, like we normally say things and make it open to Biafrans to realize what we're talking about. Now, there's something I want to reiterate here for every IPOB member and going forward on where we are going. Everybody knows that our Biafran radio, which is approved by our leader, is going to be unveiling this Sunday, and it's going to be a marathon, 8 p.m. Biafran time. It will be officially, unveiled. But as we're talking to you, you are endeavored to go to the app. For now, it's only on Google app. Download Biafran Radio on Google app, and you will be listening to Onyendu's past broadcast. And there's a lot of music out there. If it's not on, you can turn the broadcast there on and be listening to it. But subsequently, it's still on test one, but everything is fine. So, just for you to be aware, Biafra Radio has taken the place of Radio Biafra London. The reason being, I want to explain it now for some people who are getting confused. This is Onyendu's approved radio. Now, everybody know what happened in 2015. We had issue 2015 with some member of DOS. Those that survived this on that board of DOS then was Madam Nenyanya and Chike Doziem. He betrayed his own boss, which is Omiomio. When they fronted this, Imam Mez collected money from Ojuzo Kanu. All of us, my house is not far. He lives in Edmonton. I live here in Tottenham. Now, after collecting that money, they fronted Biafra Radio International. And they claimed that Onyendu approved it, but it was a lie, just like what these people are doing now. When they hijacked Radio Biafra, they kicked everybody out. They changed Onyendu's name here in UK. We live here from Company House. That's why they started. Now, Onyendu have approved new radio. Radio Biafra London is going to the same archive where Radio Biafra International has gone, on Abyss. People cannot quote our leader when is in their own, when they feel Onyendu's quoting cannot be like a false prophet. The reason why I'm putting this up here is this. I saw this from the faceless idiot that called himself China Sanwo-Olu. And this is what he wrote. He said, it is good to remind all about this message of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu some years back. We can only hold someone responsible for he or his words, for his or her words. Biafrans are watching with key interest. And sometimes I won't blame some when they react. We must be wise. Now, what Onyendu wrote is very simple. Onyendu said, we are not against anybody opening their own media platform to propagate whatever message they deem fit. However, the name Radio Biafra is exclusive to the whole world, to the worldwide family of IPOB, and cannot be used by any person or persons outside the command structure of our noble movement. To do otherwise is to invite unimaginable calamity on one's head. Those traitors and saboteurs being engaged on by DSS and the zoo agents on the name of outfit Radio Biafra must understand such movement. And I will stop there. It is very, very important that he's quoting our leader verbatim what Onyendu said. That same Onyendu is the person that have now, the same thing Onyendu said, that was the reason why Onyendu have now dust out that Radio Biafra that he was once homeless in UK here to make sure he fulfilled that Radio Biafra. Before all of you today, we are talking on it. The history of Radio Biafra. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu went homeless in UK here because of the fund Radio Biafra. Kanu was here and then. Both of them were not. Some people don't know this, but that's the fact of life. So today, because of the activities, Radio Biafra was the mouthpiece of IPOB and Biafra at large. It's for defense of freedom. But what are you using it for today? That's the fundamental question you need to ask yourself. Now, that quoting you quote, are you following the instruction of that same person? That's your leader. If the answer is yes, then you know any rapper. But if the answer is no, then you have no ground to quote Onyendu. You cannot quote Onyendu when it suits you. So that quote is an abyss. And now, that radio you guys have hijacked. Just like when they say before did not give them login. The same way, we're going to put it in the history book of IPOB. Like I said, I am not going to be here for long. And that is bring me to my end of whatever I'm saying here. But I'm going to leave their voices to play for you guys. You know, China Sanwo-Olu's voice, the faceless idiot, and Chike Doziem. I'm gonna allow his voice, China Sanwo-Olu's voice, to play where he agreed, because I don't want to waste much time, that they was reluctant about Onyendu's messages. Listen to it. And I want to thank every one of you to listen to me. Like I said, it's a short one. The message is heavy. Everybody must gear up on Sunday, 8 p.m. Biafran time. The Biafran radio is going to be unveiled on Sunday. And that is a standing order from our leader. If you still listen to Radio Biafra London, all you need to think is that radio that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, is that where we worship? Because that is not our radio. That radio has been hijacked. They're working for the zoo. That is where they call our people name, hand them over to never a time, no matter what anybody done. It is not our duty to be working with the enemy against our people, regardless what your brother did to you, regardless what they do to us, because it's not what the Fulani have done to us. So people must be wary. None of Boko Haram member or the governor, sitting governor in the north have ever pointed, say, oh, this is the person that I know that was involved in Boko Haram. So why must he be you that tell the zoo, those that are doing this, those are doing that? Unknown gunmen who don't know who they are, will pray for them. I'm not in support of violence in Biafra land. But like I said, if Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is not released, Biafra land will never have peace. The zoo entirety will not have peace. The world will never have peace. Let that get into everyone's cause, and there's no two ways about it. And for me, from here, it's good evening.
That pressure, everywhere started to panic. When we declared this sit at home, we got a message from the leader that we should call off this sit at home. I don't want to go deep on people. There were people who played a very dangerous role against that sit at home for their own selfish interest. Because I expect you to come here to ask, when we put sit at home, you saw that Ohaneze Ndigbo, you saw the people opposing the sit at home. You saw them. And you saw people who were giving them thumb up. It is that destruction they want in IPOB. It is to destroy and discredit the IPOB leadership. After due consultation with our leader, we went ahead, conducted the first sit at home that was carried around the world. Our leader continued to send message that the sit at home, we should call it off. The message continued to come. Everybody was reluctant to call it off. Why I'm explaining this thing is that at the end of the day, I want you who have supported because they sit at home Monday, our people have been voluntarily. When we announce they sit at home, we
Alpha Power Media International.
Onye anyị na-efe na-agọzi aha nsọ ya, onye duru ndị ya n'ụzọ ije si ebe niile dị iche iche ma ala Biafra. Anyị na-enye gị otuto, anyị na-enye gị nsọpụrụ, anyị na-enye gị eja n'ihi ihe gbasara IPOB zuru ụwa niile oke. Onwe ebe ọbụla gara aga ahụ IPOB nwa ụmụnne n'ime nzọpụta na nwere onwe Biafra. Anyị ji ofu obi were ịhụnanya were mmekọta nwanne na nwanne wee na-aga ije. Ihe na-asị na ọ bụghị mmadụ dị ndụ mana ọ bụ isi obi abịa. Anyị na-asị na Biafra ga-agapụta nke anyị. Ise ọrụ bụ ndụ mere ndụ azụ. Nwa mmadụ nwoke nwa mmadụ ha na-ekwu ọ ga-adịrị Biafra na mma. Ise ihe Chineke nna nke kwuru ihe onye obi ya ama na onwe ya kere anyanwụ ka anyị na-edewa n'ime mmụọ na eziokwu.
Anybody I curse is cursed. Once I condemn you, you're finished. Ask the those that tried to take over power when I was in prison, because I valued them, thought they were doing what we all swore to do. As soon as I went into prison, they started to connive to take over power. Where are they today? Because I cursed him. So what is this? What you like? What you like is the public. What stupid country is that? What stupid country is that? I ask. I'm killing my people. I am killing IPOBs. They are killing my people. I'm not killing my people. You tell you to them in secret. The person is mad.
Absolutely nothing. I need them to understand this. We've crossed the Rubicon, the point of no return. There is nothing anybody can do. Biafra will come.
Biafra Alpha Power Media International. Biafra Alpha Power Media International.